What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Owen, and also thanks for clicking on the video, of course. But yeah, basically what this video is going to be about is this model right here, and it's of course the Initial D Toyota AE86. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so here's the car in all its glory, and yeah, if you guys didn't know the show Initial D, this is basically the car that the main character, Takumi, drives, or actually more often than not, drifts, and he basically uses it to deliver tofu out of his dad's shop. And yeah, it's a super iconic car from the show. It's like, as I said, it's a hero car, but it's also a really iconic car in general, just in like the car community. Like, a lot of people actually build like drift builds out of these, or make replicas of them. And yeah, it's also the last generation of the rear-wheel drive Corolla, which is probably also why people build a lot of drift builds out of them. And yeah, just a really cool car in general, and definitely a car that I had to recreate in Lego. So yeah, with that said, I'll now explain the features as well as like how I designed it. Alrighty, so the first feature you'll probably notice about this car is the fact that the wheels are actually turned, and more importantly, the fact that the wheels actually spin. So yeah, this was actually a really cool feature that I decided to put in, and yeah, I definitely wanted to add it because this car is pretty like known for drifting, and with the wheels turned, sort of looks like it's drifting. But yeah, how I basically did it was I used one of these, here I have this piece right here. Yeah, I used one of these and I basically offset it like to this side to be like that. So yeah, that's basically how I got it. Unfortunately, it only turns one way, so you can't like turn the wheels the other way unless you swap the piece to that side. But yeah, I think it totally makes up for the fact that it even turns at all. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I guess in the front you also see this license plate right here, which is like the only like, I guess, sticker kind of thing on the car. Yeah, it's basically just like a piece of paper like glued to a 1x2 tile, but yeah, it's a nice touch. Also, you notice these pop-up headlights. They don't actually pop up, unfortunately, but yeah, they're definitely iconic to this car, iconic to the AE86 Truenos. Toyota also made AE86 11s, which were pretty similar, only the front end was changed and they didn't have pop-up headlights. But yeah, I definitely like the Trueno ones better. Yeah, I guess moving on to the side profile. This is probably like my favorite part of the car. The rear window is definitely one of the best parts of this car. A lot of people actually use stickers for the rear window. I've seen a few people build them before. They basically have like a white piece right here, which is like a wedge piece, and then they have like a black piece that acts as a window. Yeah, it looks fine, but in my opinion, just like an actual brick built thing is always better than stickers, so that's what I went with. And yeah, so basically this whole rear window assembly is, I guess, first made with this 1x4 white tile piece for the frame, which is then connected to this headlight brick, which is also has a cheese wedge to, I guess, match the slope. And then there's also this like 2x4 slope, which basically makes up the rest of the sloped part of the window. Alright, so moving on, I guess the next like small minute feature of this car are these little mud guards behind the rear wheels. Yeah, they're sort of hard to see, but I don't know, I feel like they just add like a really nice realistic touch, and yeah, it's sort of something you'd find in the real car, so pretty happy that I added that. Also, you notice in the rear here these lights, which are just these opaque red pieces. I actually did want to use the clear ones, and you might be wondering why I didn't. And yeah, that's because if I take these off, you notice this white part behind, which was basically really visible when I used the clear ones. So yeah, I don't know, it might seem like it wouldn't have looked that bad, but I don't know, I feel like these opaque ones looked way better, so that's sort of why I went with these. Alright, so next I'll show you the only working feature on this car, which is actually this hatchback right here. Yeah, it's the only like opening thing I added on this car. It's a little bit disappointing because I sort of wanted to add like opening doors and opening hood, which I actually tried to do, but yeah, unfortunately it didn't really work. But I mean, at least I added a hatchback. And also you could probably fit like a little tofu model in the back there, which would definitely add a nice touch to this vehicle. Alright, so now that we're on the other side, I'll basically say the one thing that I don't actually like about this car, which is basically this really flat looking ledge right here. And yeah, on the real car, the windows basically go straight from like the edge of the car all the way to the roof, which is sort of definitely not like how it looks like now. But it was really the only thing I could do because of the limitations of Lego. Alright, so the last thing I'll explain about this car is the interior, which I'm actually pretty pleased with, if I'm going to be honest. So as some of you guys might know, my interiors haven't really been the best in the past, but I think this one's pretty good as it can actually fit 2 minifigs comfortably, and it also has more features than my cars normally do, such as a little bit more detailed seats, as well as an actual center console, which is something that none of my cars in the past have actually had. And yeah, so it is a little bit basic, but that's sort of how it is like on the real car. And yeah, overall, I think the interior came out pretty good. Alright, so that about wraps things up, and now we'll move on to the outro. Alright everyone, I hope you guys liked this video and this model. Definitely took me some time to build, and yeah, I think the end result came out pretty good. And yeah, also I hope you guys liked the intro of this video. Forgot to mention that, but yeah, I think that also came out really good. Also shout out to my dad for helping me film that. And yeah, I guess with that said, thanks for watching, and bye.